If we don't like them, then we need to think, is there a way we can make a different kind of porn? A porn that represents all of us. A porn that is not only based on kind of the cis, hetero, white male's perspective, where he is playing with his desires and his fantasies. Hello, I'm Erika Lust, erotic filmmaker, and I'm here in Paris this week because we are presenting our project, The Porn Conversation. So what is different about our films? I think there are many things that are different, really. Everything from the kind of ideas, the concept, to how we make the films. And then it's also a lot about representation. Who is on the screen? How are we showing different characters? Are they being objectified, or are we telling their stories? I think that for me as a filmmaker, it's very important to understand the characters in a movie. Who are they? What are they looking for? What are they attracted? How do they interact with each other? I kind of want to be with them on their erotic journey and understand their desires and their fantasies. So I want to go beyond the stereotypes of porn. I want to show human sexuality in its diversity. I want to show people of different body types, of different ages, of different ethnicities, different races, different colors, different everything. I want to show how we interact sexually, how there are so many stories outside the heteronormative kind of narratives that we have seen over and over again. I am interested in really how people live their sexuality on their own terms, not for them to be kind of fetishized and objectified, but for them to really show their sexualities on screen. Porn is a media. Porn is a mass media. Porn today is almost 1/3 of the internet. It is huge. And I think it's important to understand that as a media, it is sending out messages. And some of those messages that you can pick up if you go to any of the online tube sites are harmful messages. Messages talking about a systemic violence towards women, message of racism, of fetishization of different body types or ages or colors or races, etc. It's sexualization of teens, and it's a lot about certain proposed gender roles that we are supposed to act in. And I think that it's really important to understand these messages, to be able to analyze them and to be able to deconstruct them and criticize them. If we don't like them, then we need to think, is there a way we can make a different kind of porn? A porn that represents all of us. A porn that is not only based on kind of the cis, hetero, white male's perspective, where he is playing with his desires and his fantasies. But what happens when we listen to women, when we listen to queer people, when we listen to BIPOC folks, and we want to see their desires, their fantasies? Porn in general have been very centered around male sexuality. It has been really about women being there, pleasing the men, as some kind of tools to their sexuality. And I think that one of the biggest differences that we see in ethical porn or in feminist porn is that women stop being the tools Instead, the stories are being about them, and we start seeing their desires and how they live these sexual moments. And that also means that we see more of their real sexual experiences. We see real female orgasms represented in a kind of relatable way. We see how many women actually work to get their own orgasms, but they are not only there waiting for the men to do a kind of vaginal penetration to make them come, but they are actually touching themselves with their own hands, with toys sometimes. But you see more of clitoral stimulation, definitely. I believe in the potential of pornography. I believe that porn can be much more than this kind of standardized commercial tube porn that we have been used to the last 12 years. I believe that ethical porn can help us to see other perspectives, and that it can inspire us. It can educate us. It can show us how other people relate sexually, how they talk to each other, how they express consent, how they tell others about their boundaries, what they like and what they don't like. And I think that in that sense, it can be an important tool to explore your own sexuality. Most people don't pay for their porn. They think that it's something that has no worth and that they can just go online and watch whenever they want to. But actually, if you are a consumer of porn, you should care about this industry. You should pay for your porn, because it is complicated and expensive to make if you want to make it ethical and with values. You have to pay your cast and crew well for their work. So the only way of being a responsible consumer is to pay for your porn. And that will also help us to give pornography a value, the same way as we do with other media and other entertainments and other arts. It's natural today to pay for your distribution platform online, for your Netflix or your HBO or your Spotify or whatever you have. But still, people feel that they are entitled to online free porn.